the lovely, phenomenal Mia Gypsy Mello de Silva Goth, an English actress, born October 25th, 1993. And ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't heard of Mia Goth, do your motherfucking homework. She's phenomenal. She was in a lot of movies. Well, not a lot. She needs to be in a lot of movies. And I do believe she will be in a lot of movies. Of course, you heard of Pearl. Okay, she was in X and Maxine. Now, these three movies, the trilogy, shout outs to Ty, the director for these three movies. Her performance was, man, listen, that's why she's on the Celebz. That's why I got to give her flowers and her roses and her hugs. Because her performance in all three of those movies were like, wow. She had like she's been acting for years, and she just started, you know? And us, the fans, we appreciate you, and we want to see you in more movies. You know what I'm saying? The Infinity Pool, Nymphomaniac Volumes 1 and 2, A Cure for Wellness. She's going to be in a new upcoming movie, Frankenstein. Ooh, Blade. Supriya. I don't know if I said that right. The Odyssey. Emma. Marrowbone. High Life. The Survivalist. Mayday. Everless. The House. The Farmer's Daughters. The Staggering Girl. Magpie. Or Magpie. Can't pronounce that. Listen. Mia Goth. In her performance in Pearl, wow. You know, and in the end of that movie, I don't want to spoil it if you haven't watched it, but I just want to say, in the end of that movie, when the credits are rolling, she's just smiling. I never seen that before. Like, she just like, and she really did that. Like, she really like just smiling, and the credits are rolling, and then she's like, all right. The way she just smiled, And then the X, part 2, like she portrays a character named Maxine who wants to be well, I don't want to spoil my, I gotta tell you. I can tell you everything. I just tell you little snippets of it. You gotta watch it yourself. She portrays the character named Maxine, who wants to make it in the business. She wants to be a big star, a porn star. Maxine, you know what I'm saying? And I ain't gonna tell you the rest of X, but in Maxine, part 3, part of the trilogy, she gets her wish, but then, things start to happen, things ain't really what they all cracked up to be, but you guys just gotta watch it, man. Her performance, the way she, she's just a natural on the camera. And, shout outs to Shia LaBeouf. You know what I'm saying? They was married before. It was an abusive relationship, man. They divorced, and they remarried, they got a child. Everything was good now, I hope, but Mia Goth, your acting is impeccable. It's phenomenal. It's very entertaining, and I love to watch you on the big screen. Your acting is A fucking plus. I gotta tell you, A+. And a lot of your fans, they would agree with me. I hope they agree with me. But you're just a natural. Like I said, I don't know what else to say. Maxine, Pearl, X, Infinity Pool. Infinity Pool was damn good too, But I seen you in interviews, and your voice, you're English, but you have that. Hello, my name is Mia Goth, and yeah, I like to do movies. And but then when you're acting, you sound acting. You made for it. So Shia LaBeouf got a good one, man. Like I said, shout out to Shia LaBeouf. But Mia Goth, you all right. I just had to tell you, and us the fans, we love you, and you are made to be in horror movies. You are made, like I said, I like to see people in horror movies. I do believe, in the interviews you were saying that you want to do more romantic movies. I'd love to see you in a romantic movie, drama, action movie, but horror is your thing. There's some actresses that are made to do one genre and, maybe explore another. But horror should be your middle name. You have a lot of names, but it should be Mia Horror Goth, But, and he's so sweet, man. Yeah, he looks so good. But another thing about you that I like, maybe the fans would agree, your eyebrows. Eyebrows are a little, they're light. You just have that look for the screen, you just, But that's your trademark, and that's you. Yeah, you come out with blonde hair, you come out with short hair, you come out with dark hair. You change your accent. You played Pearl, the old Pearl, in X. Like I said, I don't want to ruin it, but because when I was watching X, I watched X the first time. That's the first out of the trilogy. I watched X first, and then I watched Maxine. I didn't know there was a Pearl, so I'm like, "Who the fuck is this old lady? This old lady look familiar. Is this her? Is this Maxine?" But no, you are Pearl. In Pearl, and then in X, you're Pearl, but you're older. Because in Pearl is in 1918, and then in X, it's the 70s, 79, and then in Maxine is the 80s, and then Maxine is another character that you played besides Pearl. So it's just like, what the fuck? It's just confusing if you haven't watched it from Pearl, X, and Maxine. But, Mia, inspiration to others. You're an inspiration to me. Love to see you in interviews. I love to see you do more movies. And like I said, I hope, you're just getting started. I don't want to say hope. I know you're going to do more movies. And just keep doing your thing. You all right, me and Goth. One love, baby. Peace.